All right, let's dive into something pretty cool today. What if you could own a piece of a diamond? Not as jewelry you wear, but as a rock-solid digital asset. We're going to explore how blockchain is making a connection to one of the world's oldest and most stable stores of value. Think of it as a potential safe harbor in the, let's be honest, often crazy crypto seas. So if you've been in crypto for more than 5 minutes, you know the feeling, right? Those insane highs followed by those stomach-churning drops. It's just part of the game. But what if there was a way to get the best of both worlds? Harness all that power of digital assets, but anchor them to something real, something solid, with centuries of proven value behind it. And that, my friends, is exactly where this idea of real-world assets, or RWAs, comes into play. You've probably been hearing this term a lot lately, and for good reason. It's one of the hottest trends in crypto right now. Why? Well, because it directly tackles that core problem of volatility. It creates a real, verifiable link between a digital token and an actual physical asset. Honestly, the concept itself is pretty simple when you break it down. An RWA is really just a digital token that lives on the blockchain, and it proves you own a tangible, physical thing. That thing could be anything: a piece of real estate, a bar of gold, or, yeah, as we're about to see, a rough diamond. It's kind of like a digital twin for something you can actually touch in the real world. And when we talk about diamonds, wow, the scale here is just massive. We're looking at an annual market for rough diamonds alone that's worth a staggering $101 billion. For literally centuries, this has been a super exclusive club, right? A stable market, sure, but completely out of reach for you and me. Well, that's the barrier that's finally starting to crumble. So the big question is, how do you actually use blockchain to crack open that $101 billion market? And that leads us right to the Kimberlite token. It's a project built from the ground up to do exactly that. What these guys at Kimberlite are doing is, well, it's pretty groundbreaking. They're the first ones to really focus on tokenizing rough diamonds. They're taking all the good stuff from blockchain, the security, the transparency, that 24/7 global access, and they're applying it to one of the world's oldest and most trusted assets. It's this incredible blend of ancient value and cutting-edge tech. Okay, so how does this actually work? Let's break it down. It's a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, Kimberlite goes out and acquires real physical rough diamonds. Step 2, these gems get tokenized on the blockchain, which creates these unique digital assets they call e-diamonds. But here's where the real magic happens. In step 3, those e-diamonds can be broken down, fractionalized into smaller, much more affordable units called e-carats. And that's what opens the door for basically anyone to own a piece. And this really shows you what a game changer this is. Just look at the comparison. On the left, you've got the old way, the traditional market. It was like a brick wall. Super high barrier to entry, your money was tied up, and it was just a headache to get involved. But then you look to the right, at the Kimberlite model. It's like they're taking a sledgehammer to that wall. Suddenly you have fractional ownership with e-carats, you have seamless liquidity, and you can get in on the action 24/7 from anywhere in the world. So, okay, the tech is really impressive, no doubt about it. But let's cut to the chase, right? What really matters is, what's in it for you? If you actually hold these tokens, what are the direct benefits? All right, let's just run through the key perks here. First up, and this one is huge, token holders get a share of the profits. We're talking 11.5% being redistributed. That's awesome. Second, you get that 24/7 access to that massive $101 billion market we mentioned. Third, you have total flexibility. You can trade whole e-diamonds or just a few of those fractional e-carats. And last but not least, the whole thing is backed up by the security of audited smart contracts. So it's not just accessible, you also get some peace of mind. When you step back, this is about way more than just diamonds. What we could be seeing here is the beginning of a whole new era for investing. An age where the world's most stable, time-tested assets are finally made liquid and accessible to anyone, anywhere on the globe. The future of value? Yeah, it's being tokenized. And honestly, their whole vision is captured perfectly in their tagline. It's not just about creating another token. It's about building an entirely new economy that's fueled by the value of these real-world assets. And it looks like diamonds are leading the charge. So, all of this leaves us with a really powerful question for the future of finance. Could tokenized gems be the key to finally taming crypto's wild volatility? Well, projects like Kimberlite are placing a huge bet that the answer is a resounding yes. And you can be sure the entire industry is watching very, very closely to see if they're right.